Straight Talk Catholicism. Terry, what do we got?
Well, Jesse, what we have is a clip from Marcellus Wiley. He spells out something. He says the truth has no color. In other words, it's for everyone. What does he mean by that? What does he mean when he talks about Black Lives Matter? Well, you don't have to interpret him. He says it. So, Mr. Engineer, play that clip for Marcellus Wiley.
It's an interesting play right here. I don't know how many people really look into the mission statement of Black Lives Matter, but I did. Two things. My family structure is so vital, important to me. Not only the one I grew up in, but the one I'm trying to create right now. Being a father and a husband, that's my mission in life right now. How do I reconcile that, what I just told you, with this mission statement that says, quote, we dismantle the patriarchal practice. We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement. That children from single-parent homes versus two-parent homes. The children from the single-parent homes, this is in 1995 I was reading this. 5 times more likely to commit suicide. 6 times more likely to be in poverty. 9 times more likely to drop out of high school. 10 times more likely to abuse chemical substances. 14 times more likely to commit rape. 20 times more likely to end up in prison. And 32 times more likely to run away from home. I knew that. You know why I knew it? Because a lot of my friends didn't have family structures that were nuclear like mine, and they found themselves outside of their dreams and goals and aspirations. So when I see that, or as a mission statement for Black Lives Matter, it makes me scratch my head. Their mission is to eradicate white supremacy. Woo, that's a lot of digging through minutia right there. I am on a show that I'm hosting along with another black guy who is hosting with me, who replaced another black guy. And that's just one example of it. So I understand, I respect your space. I respect what you're protesting for. But will you respect others who don't support that same protest?
You just listened to Marcellus Wiley. Yep. He's a retired American football defensive end. He played 10 seasons in the NFL. He played for 4 different teams. And he's been a commentator on sports ever since he retired. And what a breath of fresh air, Terry, for him to hear him say that his mission in life is not to make big business, make a lot of money.
Right, family, buddy.
He says it's to raise my family.
God love him.
I like the way he said it. That's my mission in life. I mean, he said it with such zeal.
Yep.
And Terry, I'll tell you, what he's saying, he's spot on, because the fact is that Black Lives Matter, it's a communist organization that wants to destroy, as he said, he read it right from their website, the patriarchal family. Now, there's a difference between Black Lives Matter, the communist Marxist organization funded by Soros, and Respect for Black Lives.
That's right.
2 different things. There's a difference. Black Lives Matter, I don't agree with, because it's a communist organization that wants to destroy this country. Respect for Black lives? Absolutely.
Every life.
I respect every single life, because Black Lives Matter, it's not a civil rights organization, and Marcus Wiley knows it. It's a violent communist organization formed out of the Chinese-backed Freedom Road Socialist Organization, and the 3 founders of Black Lives Matter, Patrice Cullors, Elisa Garza,
that's right,
and Opal Tometi, they've all said it. I'm not putting words in their mouth. They said, we are Marxist communists.
It's on YouTube. Yeah.
And what are they promoting? Yeah. They're promoting the decadence of LGBTQ and all the nonsense and that flamboyant way of life, Terry, which most blacks don't agree with.
Absolutely. And Jesse, one comment I will make just to demonstrate your point. I mean, because it's true. But let me give you an example how phony they are. 40% of aborted babies are black lives, the babies that are African American. And when they bring this up to them, they could care less about those black live babies. And so it just demonstrates, there's an example of how they have a goal. They want overthrowing the government. They want communism. They want socialism. And let's just be honest with you. When you ask them the question about all lives, like black babies, they're not going to say we stand for that. We've already demonstrated that. So, Jess, you're spot on. But I want to just mention one more thing. I watched a YouTube video from back in 1969 by a guy named Olson, and he was making these predictions. He was a former communist, African-American guy, and he made the point saying that we have to bring the race card in This is part of our mission. We think we can break America down by bringing race riots. This was 1969, but then he was quoting 1933. Jesse, they have been trying to do this for what, 80 years to destroy America through the race riots. And so let's just be honest. Many of those people don't realize it. I think they're just ignorant. Okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They're ignorant, but the communists call these people useful idiots. I didn't say it. That's what the communists call those people, Jess.
Terry, to date, George Soros has given Black Lives Matter a total of $33 million
Yep.
to help raise hell in America. And
Yep.
that's not to count all the other corporations
Yes.
that are helping. So if you're wondering, when are these riots going to stop? You know
No,
what?
they're not.
Whenever George Soros and these corporations quit giving money to this anarchist organization, because they're working hand in hand with them. This is the military arm of George Soros, the Democrat Party. This is the military. And here's something else that's kind of funny. People will always say, the Republicans are the party of the rich, the Democrats are the party of the poor.
Right.
Really?
Look at
Do you
that.
realize that there are 250 corporations that have given money to Black Lives Matter? Is this microphone on? Okay. The most corporations lean left. They promote leftist causes.
Just a fact.
They promote progressive causes.
Yep.
Just open your eyes and just see what these big companies donate money to. It's incredible for me to think that people are saying, oh, yeah, the Democrats are the party of the poor. Are you kidding? They got George Soros, Bill Gates in their pocket, Oprah Winfrey, all the billionaires from California. They've got, all the billionaires from, Silicon Valley. They've got most of the corporations, they get shaken down because if they don't give the money, the Democrats will call them racist, or homophobes. So these corporations write them big fat checks for their causes. Terry?
Yeah, Jesse, I just want to mention, if you want to know what liberalism it would look like, I'm living in the state of it, Jesse, California. You're in Arizona. You don't have nearly what we have here in California of the craziness on out of control spending, out of control immorality. It's just, there's an example of the moral decadence. If you want the rest of the world, the rest of the country, actually the world, yeah. But what happens in California, look at the state, look at how they're out of money. Look at how just look at the streets of San Francisco. Jesse, check this out.
The streets of LA County,
yeah,
Terry.
54% of the street businesses in San Francisco City are out of business right now. Wow. 54%. It was on the Drudge Report. I just read it this morning. That's because nobody's taking accountability for these guys that are destroying the buildings. And then they have the audacity to go to the federal government and say, we need to rebuild the federal courthouse that just got burnt down. No, you didn't do a darn thing to stop it. See, Jess, I'm into accountability, and I live in a state that says no accountability. Do what you want, when you want, anytime you want, and then let's ask the federal government to foot the bill. That's liberalism, in my opinion.
Terry, by the way, Black Lives Matter only matters to Nancy.